Hey guys, this video I want to talk about reality for a little bit and some things that relate to it. And I want to utilize the example Plato's Allegory of the Cave just to articulate some points. And the point of that story, the point of Plato's story, the Allegory of the Cave, which is found in one of his dialogues, is to articulate the point that what we consider to be reality at any given point is predicated upon our very limited perceptive faculties and conditioning and all of these things that we incorporate into our subconscious and dictate reality. So the people in the cave consider reality, the ultimate nature of reality, to be that which presents itself to their very limited scope of perception and understanding. But once removed, they understand, well, they struggle to reconcile that what they consider to be the ultimate nature of reality was but an illusion. And a lot of us, I think, struggle with the same thing. So the point being that everything that you see in this reality, everything you perceive to be the ultimate reality, is but a perversion or a corruption of the ultimate nature of reality. Just an illusion, in that we might not be privy to the ultimate reality, but so this story that Plato expertly weaves is meant to articulate the point that what we perceive to be the ultimate reality is but a shadow of it, a derivation of it, a perversion of it, that makes itself apparent to our limited and flawed perceptive faculties, and then is incorporated into our subconscious and then projected outward. But the ultimate nature of reality is a constant state of flux and a constant state of change, which leads me to the idea that we might not, since it's the true nature of reality is just change, then reality itself is an illusion. It doesn't exist, because nothing exists the same way for more than, nothing exists the same way in perpetuity ever. The second you perceive something, the next second that goes by, it no longer is the same, and neither are you the same, because there are forces and things going on that are constantly acting upon it and being acted upon, that cause it to change and cause it to be in a constant state of flux. So in this way, reality itself is just one big illusion, imperceptible to us, but we seek to impose order upon chaos and quantify and qualify things, because it gives us a false sense of comfort, and it pushes against the infinite void of the unknown that causes us tremendous discomfort and existential angst when we try to conceive of it. But also, the low state of consciousness that many of us find ourselves in, and that we spend most of our lives in, because we are ignorant to whatever esoteric wisdom, whatever higher level consciousness and the things that pertain to it. So we are trapped in this lower plane when we're vibrating in that state, the lower plane. And to a large degree, this is why we get caught up, just like those individuals in the cave get caught up in the illusion that stems from their flawed perception of reality, because we are in a low state of consciousness, and so reality is going to be projected and predicated upon that low state of consciousness we are in. And so we're only going to be able to perceive it in one way, and that is a way that is subdued, and that is a way that is beholden to all of the facets and all of the principles that pertain to the lower realm of consciousness. So I wanted to get that idea out as well. And I don't want to take too long here, but the main point being that the ultimate nature of reality is just one of perpetual change, and that the ultimate, what we perceive to be and what we conceptualize, what we deem the ultimate nature of reality, we need to understand that it isn't so. It's an illusion, and it's an illusion that stems from low consciousness, and it's an illusion that stems from the incorporation into our subconscious misguided ideologies and all of these sorts of things that keep the wool over our eyes and keep us asleep, keep us trapped in this lower realm where we cannot ascend to the ultimate realm and the ultimate state of being that reconciles all of the chaos and all of the duality and all of these things, which I'm going to get to in another video. And that is, duality, the dual nature of all things, polarity, all of these things that exist in the universe and our cosmic principles, but that the transcendence of reveals the true ascended self and the true reality. So keep that in mind. I recommend you read The Allegory of the Cave. It's an expert weaving of these sorts of things into an entertaining story. And keep in mind these principles and these things I'm discussing when you're contemplating the nature of reality and all of these things that you get hung up on and caught up on in this physical plane, and that cause you a great deal of distress and worry, and that it's all for naught because it's one big illusion. So you need to keep yourself grounded in that idea and know that change is the law. All is in a constant state of flux, including yourself, and this will help you to reconcile a lot of these tremendous forces which you perceive to be bearing down upon you and which cause you discomfort. Also keep that in mind for all the struggles and the suffering and the trials and tribulations that you're going through, and know that it's not about you, as the name of my channel seeks to articulate, that it never was about you. It's the person that you are to become, the level of consciousness you to ascend to while going through these things, because we as humans cannot achieve or manifest our ultimate selves without being subject to tremendous trial and suffering and struggle. So, as you're being bared down upon, you find it within yourself to bring yourself up. At the same time, tremendous forces you perceive to be bringing you down. So keep that in mind. And then it's to manifest your ultimate self so you can facilitate God's ultimate purpose for you, and that is to subdue the lower self, reconcile, and bring forth and extract the higher self from yourself, which exists within you. It's not without, it is within. All is within. It's already within. It's just waiting to be, till you're vibrating at the proper frequency so that you can perceive it, interact with it, and interlock and integrate with it like a puzzle piece. So keep that in mind. And then as you ascend, you bring others up with you, because we are part of a collective. And always keep that in mind. It's not about you. It's about having a positive effect on all that you encounter. And as you bring them up, you bring yourself up, and vice versa. If you could like, subscribe, leave your comments, anything you might be struggling with, if I could be of some assistance, whether it's advice or whatever it may be, helping you to conceive of what you're going through from a different perspective. We can always all use that, different perspectives. And check out my other channel, Ray Rivera, where I do music and art and stuff. And stay tuned for more.